Oilers postgame following a 2-1 loss here on Sunday afternoon against the Spruce Grove Saints. And with me now is probably the best player the Oilers have had the last two games, goaltender Jack McNaughton. It was a tough night, Jack. I feel like this game probably needed overtime. What did you guys see out there as from your standpoint on?
Yeah, for sure. I think we played a pretty good game today. We got a couple posts in the second. We had our chances and thought we played pretty good. It was a close game, and they're a really good team, and it just shows we're right there with teams like that. So it's a little bit frustrating, but we just got to learn from it and move on to next weekend.
Also with this Oiler team, it's just a little frustrating with losses, but I think you would take that effort any day in a playoff game.
Yeah, for sure. We're trying to definitely play playoff hockey, lock things down going into the end of the season and the playoffs for sure, and this just shows that we're getting there.
You started on back-to-back games with less than 24 hours rest. It was a long one last night in Brooks. So again, you gave this Oiler team a chance to win at least through 40 minutes before things kind of got out of hand a little bit in Brooks. But here tonight, what do you just kind of see what's left for this Oiler team to do in their last handful of games and now down into single digits?
Well, we kind of broke down the rest of the season into series just to try and get us ready for playoffs. So we're just looking forward to the next game in Fort Mac when we go up there.
And just kind of overall your play of late, just getting these minutes. You started 18-plus games in a row for 1 point, so were you comfortable enough with just how things have gone for you and what you've seen on the ice?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely when you start to play a lot more and consistently and back-to-back, you kind of get into a flow and a rhythm in the game, and the guys have been playing pretty good in front of me, like every other game and today as well, so they make my job pretty easy.
Last one for you, Jack. Just there is a little bit of a skid here as a veteran. What do you say to this young group, and how does this team turn things around starting in Fort McMurray on Friday?
Yeah, we just got to keep our heads high. We're playing good games. It's just obviously it's tough to lose close games like this, especially near the end of the season. But we just got to keep our heads high. We're doing the right things, and we're looking pretty good in my opinion going into playoffs.
Appreciate the time, Jack, and tough one today. And we'll see you in Fort McMurray on Friday.
Yeah, thanks, Gino.
Now with Oilers assistant coach Reid Hnatowich. Coach, I summed it up and had a little bit of comment on it that this game probably deserved overtime with the way this Oiler effort was tonight. Kind of take me through this whole game. That Spruce Grove had that great start, but you guys find a way to tie the game at 1, and it just came down to just one last mistake, and unfortunately weren't able to get any points tonight.
Yeah, I actually genuinely enjoyed the way that we played. I thought we were really good, especially in that second period with how aggressive we were with our forwards, just really checking and taking away their time and space from the D. I thought we turned over quite a bit and had our opportunities. Obviously, in that second too, Rieger Lorenz had a really good look and opportunity, that we couldn't capitalize on, and then Wolfenberg there as well with this positive shot that hit the crossbar. So those are tight games against a really strong team, where you're happy with the collective group and the effort. In the third period there, Spruce did a really good job at just clogging the middle and keeping us towards the outside. So just looking back at it, doing the what it takes to kind of get into that mid lane, fighting through their 5 guys and getting shots through with that would be the only adjustment in the third, but overall happy with the effort.
I think you got a feel for a Sam Huck, who I think was absolutely robbed of a goal. His effort he hadn't been there the last couple of games, but getting that scholarship signed and just the way he kind of came out was slippery again, and just that second period, maybe not just Sam Huck not getting the goal that probably should have counted, but just how the team kind of, it's so frustrating for a young team, and it's hard to kind of coach that for them to keep going, but this team did everything they could.
Yeah, and Huck especially, he's a player where, when he skates, he moves his feet and he showcases his athleticism. He is one of the best athletes on the ice, very dynamic, his hand-eye coordination, his speed. So just with him and his youth, just looking to get, that more consistently from him with that speed and dynamics, and as that stuff will come, he gets a little bit more comfortable. He's a pretty cool prospect that I'm super excited about. And then just with regards to just mass producing, we had I think finished with 16 shots there, so just would have liked to get more off of that, and that's just with the 2s and 3s we talked about at the start of the game.
Lastly, just the Fort McMurray Oil Barons is a big road trip for this team. It's a real character building and maybe bonding at the same time on that long stretch before playoffs. What do you take of this trip, and how do you prepare for a Barons team that is second in the North Division and won't be a slouch?
Yeah, we have a lot of hockey coming up tomorrow. We're gonna take the day off, re-energize, refocus, and then just a heavy week of practice. And I thought we did a good job tonight, especially in the neutral zone at clogging up the speed. But that's the thing, especially against that Fort McMurray team who likes to play with pace, and especially with their entries, they hit threes a lot, they hit fours, so just being aware on our back check and just focusing with that, touching up on those details throughout the course of the week of practice.
Coach, appreciate the time as always, and we'll see you up in Fort McMurray. I'll bring the switch, and we'll be ready for a great weekend of bonding between you and myself as well.
Thanks, Gino.